Welcome, fearless foodies. Who's ready to make frittatas? What exactly is a frittata, you ask? It depends on who you ask. The Italians have their own very special frittatas, so do those in Spain. This is our fearless foodie frittata, and we're making this today with duck eggs. The price of eggs is very expensive in the States right now. I strongly encourage people to continue supporting your local farmers, growers. We're using 6 eggs today. It costs $7 for the dozen. So that means with all these ingredients included, we're gonna make 4 to 6 people really happy with this fabulous frittata for about $2 a piece. As promised in my last video, we are featuring fiddlehead, but they are not always in season and not always available. So alternatively, we've got some petite peas that would go great with some ham or shellfish. It's a great way to incorporate a little kale. I went out and harvested some of my beautiful fresh herbs. Gotta have the herb. We need just about as much or as little, if any, shredded cheese. Shallot, 1. Otherwise, just a little bit of onion, or not. I love garlic so much, I'm definitely gonna crush up a clove, sprinkle it on there. We've got a little bit of salt, and surprise, surprise, a little bit of hot pepper flakes. Not for heat so much as for a little bite. I'm using oat milk. You can use canned milk, you can use milk alternatives, but just about a half a cup, quarter cup of olive oil. I am adding a pat of salt-free butter. You can use any combination of veggies, cheeses, brunch meats, and in the milk. And a huge shout out for our generous sponsor today for these gorgeous eggs, duck eggs, goose eggs, hen's eggs by Heather DuPont in Chelsea, Maine. Thank you. Today we're using 6 eggs, and there's a lot of talk about eggs. Save your eggshells, by the way, if you do garden, because they're a wonderful source of calcium as food and also prevents crawlers from hitting your plants. Today we are using duck eggs, which are locally sourced here in my neighborhood and are amazing. Eggs are absolute powerhouses of nutrients. I'm using this glass dish not because it's convenient. You should really use a deeper metal bowl or a larger glass bowl. But I'm using this just to demonstrate how important it is to really whip until not only the whites and the yolks are incorporated, but until you start to get that broth. You see how I'm really authoritatively but lovingly using this technique. Milk, and I'm not going to use that full half a cup, but you can if you want. Into your reheated pan goes, and don't be shy with the oil, a couple tablespoons, all the way up to a quarter of a cup. It's going to make a terrific, buttery, delicious combination. The butter adds a lot of flavor, a lot of richness, and it's an important part to me of cooking a frittata, and it is salt-free butter. But if your diet calls for no butter, then by all means, just use your olive oil. In we go! And do not walk away. Over this medium heat, you're gonna see how we're gently pulling away the edges. We're not scrambling it. We're keeping the liquid even. We're making sure that we don't brown the bottom. It's cooking fast, so you gotta sort of be sure to have your oven on broil. And now comes the fun part. Let's build our frittata. Salt, and we've taken this off the heat. You can obviously omit the salt. I use very little. A dash is technically 1/18 of a spoon. I'm using about a quarter of a teaspoon. No need for it if you have a salt-free diet. Speckling this with some surprise red hot pepper. And then our cheese. I'm just going to use my hands. So you can see that I'm using about 2 hands full of mixed shredded cheese. Today I'm using fresh shredded Parmesan and a little bit of softer, easier melting Munster. You can use any cheese combination you want. How about some baby peas? Gorgeous. Sneak that kale in. Nobody is going to know how healthy you can make a delicious frittata. And when it's mixed in with all this other stuff, it tastes pretty good. Last but not least, my herbs from my garden. And I'm just going to place them in kind of rustically like that. We're ready for the oven. Don't forget your onion and garlic. Et voila! Bon appetit. So if you learned a little something new, if you had a little fun, will you do me a little favor? Tell your friends and tap subscribe. All that does is lets YouTube know, hey, we want Pat to keep dropping some more of these epic foodie reels. Thanks. See you soon.